Hello dear students, today we will discuss about the 14 group elements, that is carbon family. Here we will discuss about the 14 group elements carbon family. In 14 group, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead are present. These elements are present in 14 group, in which carbon is a non-metal. Carbon is a non-metal. Silicon and germanium are metalloid. Silicon and germanium are metalloid. Tin and lead are metals. Tin and lead are metals. In this way, in 14 group, carbon is non-metal. Silicon, germanium is metalloid. Tin and lead are metals. General electronic configuration of 14 group elements is NH2, NH2, NP2, NH2, NP2. General electronic configuration of 14 group elements is NH2, NP2. These elements have a tetravalency. These elements are capable to show tetravalency. Group valency is 4, and these elements can show +4 and +2 oxidation state both. Carbon and silicon almost show +4 oxidation state, but germanium, tin and lead can show +4 and +2 both oxidation state. So this one is the general properties of 14 group elements. If we are going to discuss about the periodic trends of 14 group elements, then first we will discuss atomic size. So as we know, atomic size increases on moving from top to bottom. From carbon to silicon, atomic size is increased in general way, but from germanium to lead, there is very small increase in size is observed due to poor shielding effect. From germanium to lead, there is a small increase in atomic size is observed due to poor shielding effect. Similarly, electronegativity is decreases on moving from top to bottom. Electronegativity increase in general way from carbon to silicon, but from silicon to lead, very small decrease in electronegativity observed. From carbon to silicon, electronegativity decreases in general way, but from silicon to lead, very small decrease in electronegativity is observed. And in similar pattern, ionization potential is also decreases on moving from top to bottom. From carbon to silicon, ionization potential is decreases in general way, but from silicon to lead, electron ionization potential decrease in very small value due to poor shielding effect. So this one is about the periodic trends of 14 group elements. Now we will discuss about the chemical reactivity, We will discuss about chemical reactivity of 14 group elements. Chemical reactivity. We will discuss about the chemical reactivity of 14 group elements. Chemical reactivity. Chemical reactivity. Chemical reactivity of 14 group elements. First, we will discuss reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. Reaction with oxygen. First, we will discuss reaction with oxygen. So, all 14 group elements react with oxygen to form corresponding oxides. All 14 group elements react with oxygen to form corresponding oxides. Like carbon react with oxygen to form CO2, SiO2, GeO2, SnO2 and PbO2. All 14 group elements react with oxygen to form corresponding oxides, in which carbon dioxide, SiO2, GeO2 are acidic in nature. These oxides are acidic in nature. Tin oxide and lead oxide are amphoteric in nature. Among these oxides, CO2, SiO2, GeO2, these are acidic in nature. Tin oxide and lead oxide, these are amphoteric in nature. These are amphoteric in nature. Among these oxides like carbon dioxide, CO2, SiO2, GeO2, SnO2, PbO2. These oxides are means carbon dioxide, CO2, SiO2 and GeO2. These are acidic in nature. These are acidic in nature. Acidic in nature. These are acidic in nature. Tin oxide and lead oxide. Tin oxide and lead oxide, these are amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric in nature. So dear students, you should keep it in mind. These can reacts with halogen also. These elements react with halogen to form dihalides and tetrahalides. These react with halogen to form EX2 and EX4 type of halides. These easily react with. So dear students, write down these things in your copy. Reaction with halides. Reaction with halogens. Reaction with halogens. Reaction with halogens. Reaction with the halogens. Fourteen group elements react with halogens to form EX2 and EX4 type of halides. 14 group elements react with halogens to form EX2 and EX4 type of halides. Like tin can form SnCl2 and SnCl4 type of chlorides. Lead also form PbCl2 and PbCl4 type of chlorides. So in this way, 14 group elements react with halogens to form EX2 and EX4 type of halides. Some elements of 14 group can react with hot water, steam, and form corresponding oxides with releasing hydrogen gas. Like carbon react with steam, steam to form, or hot water to form CO plus H2, mixture of CO plus H2. Mixture of CO plus H2 is known as a water gas. Carbon react with hot water to form mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas, that is water gas, which is known as a water gas. Similarly, tin also react with hot water, steam and form SnO2 plus H2. SnO2 plus H2. Tin react with steam to form SnO2 tin oxide with releasing hydrogen gas. Lead unaffected by water. Silicon and germanium also cannot react with water. Only carbon and tin react with water to form corresponding oxide with releasing hydrogen gas. So dear students, you should keep it in mind. This one is the chemical reactivity of 14 group elements. Now, in this group, carbon have a abnormal behavior. Carbon show some quietly different properties with respect to other elements of 14 group. That is known as a abnormal behavior. Carbon have a extremely small size, and due to extremely small size, it has a high value of electronegativity, high value of ionization potential. Carbon have a non-availability of d orbital. Carbon have a non-availability of d orbital. It has a absence of d orbital. Carbon can form allotrope. Carbon show allotropes. Allotrope is phenomena because carbon have a three allotropes: diamond, graphite, and Buckminster Fuller. Whereas other elements of 14 group cannot show allotropism. Carbon have a catenation property. Whereas other elements of 14 group have a not catenation property. It has a high value of catenation. That's why carbon combined several other carbon atom to form a long chain of carbon skeleton. Carbon have a catenation property. It has a high catenation property. It has a high value of catenation property. So dear students, you should keep it in mind. This one is the abnormal behavior of carbon. Now, we will discuss allotropes of carbon and some important compounds of carbon like carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. As we already know that carbon have a three types of allotrope: diamond, graphite, and Buckminster Fuller. Carbon have a three type of allotropes. Carbon have a three types of allotropes: diamond, diamond, graphite, fight, and third one is the Buckminster Fullerene. Buckminster Fullerene. Carbon have a three types of allotrope. One is diamond, second one is the graphite, and third one is the Buckminster Fullerene. These are three important allotropes of carbon, in which diamond is hardest substance among all. It is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. Diamond have a tetrahedral structure, and in diamond each carbon is sp3 hybridized. In diamond each carbon is sp3 hybridized. Second is graphite. Second allotrope of carbon is graphite. Graphite present in a hexagonal sheet form, in which from each carbon three other carbon atoms are connected in a hexagonal manner, and one carbon and one electron of each carbon cannot shared by any other carbon atom, and that is carrier of electrical conductivity. Hence, graphite is a good conductor of heat and electricity. In graphite, each carbon is sp2 hybridized. In graphite, each carbon is sp2 hybridized. So it is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Graphite is used to prepare different electrodes and different cell. Third one is the Buckminster Fullerene, which was discovered by famous architecture Buckminster Fullerene. Hence, it is known as a Buckminster Fullerene. It is also bad conductor of heat and electricity. It has a buckyball-like structure, and it is also bad conductor of heat and electricity. So, dear students, you should keep in mind these are three types of allotrope of carbon: diamond, graphite, and Buckminster Fullerene. Now we will discuss about compounds of carbon. So in compounds of carbon, we will discuss about two compounds. One is the CO, carbon monoxide, and second one is the carbon dioxide, that is a CO2. Compounds of, we will discuss about the compounds of carbon. We will discuss about the compounds of carbon. Compounds of carbon. We will discuss about compounds of carbon. In compounds of carbon, we will discuss about CO, carbon monoxide, and second is the carbon dioxide.